Good evening, HSP. I am your humble storyteller, and tonight we got the pulse coming on. We're going to get right to the action right quick. We've got a few people backstage, such as Prince Blackheart. We also got the Master of Illusions and the Villain. Welcome, gentlemen. Thank you for being here.
Hello.
Hello. We got a really hot match coming up here in just about a week. And that's the Hotter Than Hell. It'll be the premiere of Big Brother. And some very important matches will be decided. Who will go after those coveted titles? So, before we start, I'm kind of feeling my way around this thing, becoming the new host of the Pulse. And I think I want to do some things different. I want to be able to still offer a platform that allows people to promote their matches and, develop stories. But I also want to pose questions. And here's my question. If you have a promo match against any historical figure, be it real or fictional, who would it be and why?
Okay, that was an easy one to think about.
Well, what's your answer then?
I'd have to go with Napoleon. I figured fighting Napoleon would be just like going against Prince Blackheart.
Oh.
Except he won't speak as slow, so I'd probably try to have a hard time catching up to what he's saying. So.
I mean, he'd probably be putting his hand in his shirt, but yeah, it's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
Same question, Master of Illusions.
All right. So I think I would choose somebody that was great, because when you want to choose somebody in the historical realm that you want to have a promo match with, I mean, I don't want to go to the bottom of the barrel of a historical figure. I want to go to the absolute top. So I think one of the matches that I would love to have in a historical context would be Alexander the Great. Because if you go back in history and you look at the time period that he was in, he conquered all of the known world. Mm-hmm. He was the top of the top.
No, he didn't.
Excuse me.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, yes, he did. Because I remember in the historical context that he would cry because there would be no more.
It was 2/3 of the known world.
Most of Europe, most of up Afghanistan into India, I believe. But yeah,
he did not conquer the whole of the known world. He conquered most or the majority of the known world.
Well,
Master Revolution. It's okay. You're going to quote it right.
Okay.
Honestly, it's okay that you mistaken that, because Prince Blackheart was there when he was taking over the world, so he would know, I guess, over anybody.
Okay. What would your answer be, Prince Blackheart?
Well, me, I would like to have someone that I could suck my teeth into. So it would have to be Vlad.
Vlad? As in Dracula?
Vlad the Impaler, yeah.
Okay.
Not the character Dracula.
Yes.
But the person who Dracula could be based on. But then I wouldn't mind going, since I'm in Germany, make it a triple threat. And
bring the real life Dr. Frankenstein.
Okay.
Because there's a little village called Frankenstein. And there's a castle there where a mad scientist, in the times that Shelley was around, who actually had the thought of being able to transfer someone's soul into another body. So there's a bit of a question: did Mary Shelley take inspiration from that or not? That is still a topic. So them two would be my my picks.
It's a very interesting take. I would probably pick Genghis Khan. He was
Another name for Alexander the Great.
Yeah. Anyway, enough with the deep philosophical questions. Let's get to hotter than hell. We got a whole bunch of matches going on up in here. We got the premiere of Big Brother, some of which the two gentlemen below me have a match to decide who's going to be the locker room leader. Villain versus Master of Illusions versus Bossolini. What are your thoughts on that? This whole Big Brother thing, man. It's new. It's kind of fresh, and can we peek behind the corner a little bit and tell us what's been going on with that?
Well,
or is that?
I'm watching a lot of people at a lot of different times, and it has definitely brought out quite a few people out of the woodwork. And like someone actually commented, more people are actually hyping Big Brother than the actual hotter than hell.
Well,
so this is going to be interesting.
I believe it will be. I do. It's a new thing. There's a bit of uncertainty with it. You gentlemen will be fighting for who's going to be the first locker room leader. I mean, what does that mean? Being able to move forward with the dynamic of the Big Brother room. Villain?
It's the concept overall is just mind-boggling because I haven't seen anything like this in anywhere I've been in the promo game. And going against Illusion and Carter Diamond is a challenge on its own. Both are great competitors in their own right. And to have the opportunity not only to be a locker room leader who gets to choose who's going on the block, but the very first one, it writes itself. Like, one thing I will have to say is I've been proud to see every participant in the Big Brother roster has shown up on screen at least possibly once. I know there's a couple that may have not so far, but majority of the people who are fighting in these matches we've been told we don't have to be on screen. But you know what? We're showing up more than the top people in the matches. Like, where is Toaster Damas? Where is Shady Sean McKenzie? You'd think they want.
We just celebrate by here in the States.
And you could pass 9 o'clock yet.
We have somebody else who will be joining us. Wait.
Yeah. Who? All right. whatever. But like you're these two competitors, one's the champion, the supposed top dog of the HSP, and his number one contender. I've only seen him on screen maybe 2 or 3 times. One of them was their sit down, and maybe one hype each. There was possibly a couple others, but they're not drawing the attention. Look at what you are doing. Look at what the tag team champions are doing. You guys have been on screen every single day. I swear, every day I've seen a hype about this tag team match. I think, to me right now, and if anybody has seen my hype yesterday, to me that is the most anticipated match, and what is now should be billed as the top match of the night.
Okay.
Ooh.
We're going to run out of room on the screen here, but we got 2 other people in the back. We got Sergeant Chaos, and we got Old School. Welcome, gentlemen. We were talking about Big Brother and Hotter Than Hell. Old School, what are your thoughts on this Big Brother experiment that we're trying here in HSP?
I think it's revolutionary, not to use a pun, but it's definitely something different we've never seen before. And as everybody knows, myself and my partner, we of course picked Villain. You know, I respect the man greatly, so I wanted to put him in the limelight of that because there'd be no better locker room leader than the Villain himself.
Okay. Sergeant Chaos.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Great.
All right. I'm gonna.
Sergeant Chaos, did you light off some fireworks yesterday?
No, not really. No, I tend to not get too deep into that rabbit hole.
How's it? How's the living quarters for the judges' chambers over there? Like, I know you got like everybody's thinking like the pressure's on us, the competitors, but the 3 of you guys have pretty much the power in your hands. You cannot get voted out. You guys get to pretty much the choice is in your hands. Who's going to be the locker room leader? Who gets the immunity? Who gets whatever the other thing was?
All right.
Advantage
Right.
and veto.
There's veto, immunity, and locker room leader, and you are right. I mean, most people would assume that the pressure would be on you guys, but while we're immune for the first 1 or 2 shows, that only lasts for so long, because once that you're removed from that judges panel, it's free fire. It's fire. It's everybody's going to come after you that perceives you've done them wrong, and you're going to become a target.
All right. Before we were inundated with new people, Master of Illusions, what are your thoughts on the role of locker room leader?
I'm glad you asked me. Here's the thing. Number 1, about the locker room leader. You have to ask yourself, are you presentable to be shown as the locker room leader? Or do you look like that you don't care? I know there's going to be a match soon between me, Villain, and Bossolini, but the truth is, there's always the calm before the storm. There's always cards being shown before the complete game is put out. Who looks like the locker room leader? Who looks like that they want to be locker room leader? These are questions that all is great about Big Brother, because it's all strategy. It's not just a one and done thing. It's about forming alliances, making enemies, showing the judges, who really cares about this and who doesn't. And I do agree with old school. This is a revolutionary idea and thing to be done because I've never seen it. It's a great idea. And let me just put this out there, just like old school, the tag team champions chose Villain, the pure heart champion, the face of HSP chose me to be in this match. So I'm looking forward to the triple threat, Villain and Boss. And I wish Boss could be here on screen because we're coming up on a big match, but he's not here. And that's my thoughts.
The end. We haven't heard from you yet.
Oh, you don't need to. Just continuing on.
Well,
I love how you all gonna decide who is gonna do what. But the illusion of them all is this is all keep in a secret.
well, we all see what face paint can do to a man.
Face paint? Oh, no. If you remember what happened when you watch in the multiverse, my face got burned in an infernal match when Buckshot decided to throw me in the flames. And each and every single time when I'm decided to come on screen, it gets bigger and bigger. You may watch the product, right, storyteller? You obviously watched, how does it called? Showcase of Champions? Where I dethroned Dax Snow, and nobody can see him ever again. Continuing on with the program.
Continuing on. All right. Let's see. We've got pretty stacked card. We got Buckshot versus Mad T for #1 contender for the Soul Fighter. Blackheart, you've got a match over there in Big Brother versus Damian Cross for the first person to have advantage.
Yep.
What are the stakes? What are the stakes there? What is it to have advantage?
Well, I'll be able to pick who faces who and in what kind of match. The advantage is I could actually give someone a rub or I could make it their worst damn nightmare.
I love nightmares.
Well, aren't you just magic? Johnny Blade versus my partner, Half Past Black. That's going to be an interesting match. Old school. What are your thoughts on that match?
Half Past Black.
Versus Johnny Blade.
Simple as that. I like Past Black stuff. Let me be honest. We have a match coming up, tag team titles. I know you're in a different role here tonight, but let's give respect where respect is due. You guys have ran a hell of a story with us, and look how long we have to wait until our matchup. We're still running one of the best storylines in the tag team division today. Okay, so I've got to give Half Past Black the respect that is due. I just don't think Johnny Blade's got what it takes to beat him.
Okay. I mean, we all know who I think's going to win, so.
Yeah, I mean, that if you would have picked otherwise, I think the tag team match would be a little different. I don't think you guys would get along so well.
In his absence, I'll get Master of Illusions. Who you pick for Johnny Blade versus Half Past Black?
Very easy decision, Half Past Black. I know Half Past Black really well, and yeah, I'll go with him. He's got what it takes.
All right, Sergeant Chaos.
I'm gonna have to kind of jump in with these other two. I think Half Past Black's going to have it.
All right. You know, Johnny Blade, when he came in pretty strong. He scored a 92. That's a tough score to beat. So I don't know. I mean, I have faith in my tag team partner, my best friend, but you know, who you got? The end.
Johnny Blade and half, maybe a full past black. Could be anything, but as like my so-called face paint, what is here, that is real. I gotta go with half past black because I cannot stand Johnny Blade. He has so much past with this weak ass perch here. I cannot
All right.
stand him.
We are now being joined by another gentleman in the back.
Folks, how are we? This is Rich Matt from Bolster Group. Good to see you all on the screen here. I think we're getting together for something quite special here, aren't we? How's everybody doing tonight? Are we having a good time?
Having a good time. Thanks for joining us, Rich Man.
Yeah, absolutely. It's always my pleasure. And boy, we got quite the motley of the crew going on here tonight, don't we? Holy Jesus.
And I would agree, yes. Your opponent, Aylis Alverson, the new Soulfire champion. How's he doing? How's he liking that new shiny belt?
Mr. Alverson is doing quite well. As you see, I think he came out a couple days ago and noted his joy and excitement for representing the Soulfire Championship with utmost integrity. He's also looking forward to seeing the match where a couple of schmucks are going to compete for the #1 contender spot and play the cards as they lie, as it were. By the way, I love the glowing frames of Mr. Master of Illusion tonight. That is a good look. Keep it. Go with it.
All right. The man knows what he's talking about. He's made a lot of money for a lot of people. Rich Man.
Listen, you pay more to get more, and that's how it works with the Bolster Group. Remember, 10% may sound like a better cut, but when you're doing 40% more in business, that extra 4% on the back end might help your front end. You know, we all want thicker pockets, and the guys that I represent have deeper ones, guaranteed.
That's not a euphemism. Or maybe it is.
Does he always talk too much? Speaking of cut, Richmond, do you want to have a cut?
Would somebody explain this situation to me here? This individual looks like he's not in the best of health, and I think everybody on screen will agree with that system. There, right?
I'm on best health, Richmond. How are you doing?
Wow.
Did I creep you out?
Is there a topic of conversation, something relevant that we can speak on? I don't want this gentleman interacting with me if we can avoid it.
I have anyways things to do, so maybe I appear next week on the posts. Maybe I appear on Harder Than Hell. Maybe, Mr. Richman, I'm always behind you.
I guess he said something hilarious. I didn't find the punchline on that one. Villain, what the hell did that just, what? Can somebody please explain what the hell I just saw? Anybody. Take turns. I don't care.
You can't explain it because it's unexplainable.
Yeah, it's.
Look at the posture of Villain tonight. He is the most relaxed guy in the room, guaranteed. I can see that. That's just like he's watching something else while he's just pretending to be here. That's what it looks like. Well, what's going on with you, Vil?
I'm just getting ready for this match.
That's how you get ready for matches? Are you serious?
Yeah.
No wonder why you haven't been a tag team champion in so long. Jesus.
I know, Rich. Right now I got to focus on Big Brother, and I got 2 tough opponents, and all I'm doing right now is just watching film.
Maybe you should get Mr. Richman to represent you. You might get somewhere.
As much as I respect Rich Man and what he's been doing, I understand his time is also very valuable, and I have somebody else who's watching after my money. But I like Rich Man. I like I said, I respect what he does.
Yeah, there's a big question on whether or not Villain's time is worth my time. That's the situation at hand there. Old school, you are just fluffing that belt beautifully, aren't you? I like how you drag the bristles right across it, keeps it nice and shiny. I'm happy to see the success that you've had here in HSP, and I hope it can be replicated by somebody. By the way, why don't you return my phone calls?
You must be calling the wrong number because I'm not getting any.
Mm-hmm.
Phone screener bill, at it again. Don't worry, I'll get that taken care of. Well, you get your people in touch with my people. We're gonna have some lunch here. Wait, I am the people, actually. We're gonna do lunch one of these times. I know you and Roughneck get together. He's from Philly. We'll find somewhere in between. You like a nice cheesesteak. The problem is Pat's and Gino's. We can never decide on which one, and that's just a whole mess of who.
So what you do is you get one from Pat's, one from Gino's. You cut them in half, and then you smash them together, and you got the best of both worlds.
Good job there, King Solomon. You keep doing that.
Okay.
Pajimo.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I have no idea what I'm doing right now, and the show has fallen off the rails. So let's get right back to the action.
It wouldn't be a pulse if it didn't.
Yeah, you are correct. You are correct.
Sorry, but it's true.
All right, folks. Well, I've got dinner reservations for 8:30, so I've got 5 minutes to get the hell to my table. I appreciate you guys letting me on the show, and I'm looking forward to seeing some intense action throughout the Big Brother process. Thank you all again for having me on here, and best of luck to everybody on screen and whatever the hell it is you're doing this month.
Okay, very well. Rich man, folks. Bolster Group.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're
He definitely makes sure that HSP's pockets are lined pretty well, so that's pretty good.
I mean, I suppose, but the house always wins. The man always gets his cut.
Exactly.
Yeah, he serves that role well, I suppose.
But
Someone also could get the cut. He got heard.
We're getting the feedback loop.
I think we were finishing off the half past black versus Johnny. What's his face?
Johnny Blaze.
I believe we had pretty well gone around the room and talked about that one.
I know I haven't.
Well, then.
No, right.
Obviously, I got to go your tag team partner, half past black. The man is just like when we went against you guys, just the pure intensity that he gives. It's like when he's 100% focused, it's just very hard to beat him. So I believe this is Johnny Blade's second match here in the HSP. His experience as an indie guy is obviously doing very well. He obviously scored a 95, so it's going to be a close match, but I have to give it to half past black just based off of intensity, and I'm expecting him to show up.
Well, I'm going to be the flip one here.
Okay.
Because if half past black comes out with what he was coming out with, then Blaze has got it. Because as some people might remember, he was on a 7-0 losing streak.
I mean, you're not wrong.
And if he brings that half past black out, even I could beat him. So it all comes down to who brings the better promo. I haven't seen much of Blaze, but like you've all said, he got mid-90s. Ain't no easy feat. So if half past black wants to win it, then he needs to really focus. Because if he don't, He's going to have his ass handed to him.
I mean,
Prince
there is-
Blackheart, if you go any slower, we're going to be here for 2 days by the time you're done talking about Half Past Black.
let's
He'll be
Wait,
full
wait,
past
wait.
black by the time we're done this.
Wait, storyteller. I like to say one thing about Half Past Black. All right, if Half Past Black can bring what he did when he beat the insane storyteller back to the real storyteller, he has a chance.
Good point. Good point. All right. Now let's get around to talking about the main event, hotter than hell. We got Shady Sean McKenzie versus the Pure Heart champion, Tonstradamus. Who you got,
Can we
old school?
talk? But before old school goes, can we talk about the real main event,
And what would that be?
the tag team championship match?
That's not till the 27th.
That's not
Oh.
until later on, man. We've
I
got
think-
weeks to prepare.
Obviously, I want to
What
see you
the
guys now.
product?
Just watch what you got. I want to see you guys now. Look what you guys
No.
are doing.
We still got
Yeah,
time.
but what's the
They
product?
have
Get it right.
they have not done anything to catch my attention for their match. But I sit here, I see the tag team champions cut a hype. Not even a half hour later, you see the number one contenders cutting a hype. And heck, they'll split it up where one does it, the next one does it. The one it's just I'm more invested in your guys' match than on the 27th than their match on the 13th.
That's what match build-up is about. If you're not going to build the match, why have the match at all? I mean, storyteller knows. We've all spoken behind the scenes. This is a all-out brawl for these tag team championship. Okay, so if we're going to sit dormant and not speak, then who really knows what's about to happen? Myself, storyteller, Half Past Black, and my partner, we'll burn this place down before we even get to the match. That's what
And
it's all about.
Watching what you guys are doing is bringing my fire and the drive to be better again. Because after a while, it's just been watching, and it's just like I've started noticing complacency amongst a lot of promo artists in the HSP, and it's driving the mood down.
That was my
And watch you guys
Full Fire
moving
champion.
up.
You can inspire others to want to do. You know, flies with honey. You know.
Yeah, I mean, the whole thing is, I think we're telling, and no pun intended, we're telling a hell of a story already. You know what I mean? And we're not even we're still weeks out from the matchup, but people are invested. They're waiting to see who's going to say what next. And is it going to be the same old rhetorical crap? I don't think it is going to be. I think this is going to be something totally different in the tag team division. This match is going to set the bar for the tag team division. I know there's a couple of tag teams brewing out there, but I'll say this. They better come with the intensity that the storyteller and Half Past Black have had, because so far, I'm not impressed by anybody but these guys. So I'm glad it's these guys that we're going against. And no, I'm not kissing their ass, because I can tell you this. Once we get to the matchup, all bets are off. And you know how old school and the Roughneck are. We're going to defend these with every ounce of pride we've got. We are proud tag team champions here in HSP, and we hold these titles high. And that's just the way it always is going to be.
And you see, I don't look at it as you guys are kissing their ass. I look at it as you're showing them the respect, because they're, as much as you're giving it to them in a hype, they're dishing it back. And then you guys try to one up each other all the time. That's respect.
And that's what's missing in this business today is the respect. I'm sorry, I didn't want to cut you off.
Oh, no.
But so many times I've watched great matchups lose the wonderful, draw that they have because some asshat don't know how to be respectful during the match and or during the hypes. Listen, storyteller, Half Past Black, they've got one goal. That's to win these. Me and my partner, we had the same goal when we were going after these. It's what it is. It's what it's about. If you're not in it to win one of these, then what in the hell are you here for? Why the hell are you even trying to promo? That man up there, he was a Soulfire champion. And you know what? I'm going to say it on the record. And old school don't toot anybody's horn very much. The guy was a hell of a Soulfire champion.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to tell you right now, that division is awoke. That division is woken because of him right now. And guess what? I think we did the same with these. When we won them, this division started spurling up into the air, and a lot of people wanted to reach out and take them because they thought we were going to be transitional champions. But if transitional means 100+ days, then they got it right.
Well, I've gone against both of you guys, and I do agree. I went against Storyteller when he was Soulfire champion. Lost that match. I was tag team champions when you guys took it off of us. You guys are doing
me and
one hell of a
Storyteller have
job.
never had a one-on-one ever. I don't think we've ever faced each other anywhere, have we?
Not yet.
Never. We've never. So this would be our first actual matchup. You know what I mean? In any form, when we have this matchup. Same way with Half Past Black. Somebody said I faced him, but I don't think him and I have ever faced each other. At least not here in HSP. I don't remember it. And it's not because I don't remember his skill, because I like his skill. But, you know, in the promo verse, when you're all over the world, you know what I mean? You to remember all those matches. But I don't think I've ever faced. So it's going to be fun for me. 2 new guys, fresh material, fun material. And here we are. Look at what we've done so far. And it's not over yet, boys and girls.
I apologize, Storyteller. You can ask your question.
You talking about the tag matches? That is going to be a barn burner. I've got to admit, because I have faced Storyteller. I have faced Half Past Black. I have faced the American Roughneck and Old School. Yes, they've all, at one point or another, have got the better of me. But I know exactly what each and every one of them brings. And it is going to be, regardless of the build-up, it is going to be one hell of a barn burner, because you've all got something that no one has really expected. Storyteller with his stories, and Half Past Black with his intensity, and the basic experience of the Roughneck being able to do a shoot for shoot's sake. And Old School, his words, even though in our match he didn't deviate much, but he switched up what he said and caught me off guard. And kudos to him, he won it. So there's going to be a real good match between them.
All right.
I apologize, Storyteller. I wanted to put more attention onto something that has been keeping HSP interesting lately before the so-called main event for the 13th. So go ahead, ask your question.
Well, my battery on the laptop is dangerously low, so let's run around the room, give final thoughts, and we'll conclude this week's episode of the Pulse. Villain.
So my final thoughts will be this for my match. Master of Illusion, Carter Diamond, be ready for a fight, because I'm going to give you guys something that you haven't seen in a long time from the Villain. And I hope that everybody else in the Big Brother crew puts even extra effort than they've ever done before, because this is just something brand new, and it's going to be special all the way through, what is it, up to Soul Harvest. So that's my final thought.
All right. Old School?
You asked me earlier real quickly about the Pure Heart title match. I think, if you want me to be honest, I think our champion needs to really pay attention, because this could be a true test for him. I like the hype I saw the other night. But final thoughts, I think it's going to be a great event. I can't wait to see the Big Brother event. But before I get out of here, I just want to tell you something, Storyteller. I'll see you soon, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Master of Illusions.
My final thoughts is, well, to answer your question, who would win out of Tonster and Shady? I would have to pick Tonster. I think he retains the Pure Heart title. I believe he just celebrated 100 days as champion. He picked me, and I know what kind of promo artist he is. So I'm gonna have to go with him. Now Shady's gonna give him a run for his money, but I still think that Tonster is gonna come out ahead. As for Big Brother, everything's on screen. Things are in the locker room, and my thing is this: do you look like the locker room leader? Do you talk like the locker room leader? And I'm telling that to Villain and Boss. Do you look like you can run the first part of Big Brother or not? Because I can tell you from what I've seen, you look like you're not interested. And yet here I am on the pulse, looking like I want it, because I do. So it's going to be one hell of a match come the show.
All right. Let me find a plug. Sorry. Mr. Wallace, we was just about to sign off.
Storyteller.
You got any words for the people here in HSP?
Hey. Well, hey, Mega Powers ain't dead, baby. Well, I'm still going to be here, make sure we bring some life into this place, man. Hey, man, end of the day, I got to make sure that I take care of business and do what I'm supposed to do. Hey, Prince Blackheart, good to see you. How you doing, brother? Everything well?
Not too bad.
Hope everything's well, Prince Blackheart. Yeah. Anyway.
Bit of a bore, but
Savior.
not too bad.
Much respect, Savior. Mm-hmm. That's good to hear. Prince. Savior, respect. But understand, and I don't mean this in a I don't care if I hurt your feelings. You're just not on my level, kid. You're not there yet. You're good. You're not a promo star yet. Oh, and I guess I gotta talk about Heathen again. He's getting a little mad. I didn't know calling him little buddy gets him so this is so proud. So proud.
And what's going on between them two? What the hell's going on between them two?
Uh-oh.
Because not being funny, Perch loves his penetration. How many times did he say that within the first 15 minutes? He's got an obsession. He has got a bloody hard-on for that penetration that Heathen seems to give him.
All right. Sadly, guys, my battery is going to die on the laptop. So,
Hey, producer, I'm a mega power. I can take over the show if Storyteller has to leave. I can shut it down by myself and the rest of the fellas here. Indulge me for maybe 5 to 10 minutes. We can do that, can't we, producers? Huh? Can we? We can do that. Because I see my brother Vaga Beezy in the building. I would love to chop it with my brother. We've both been so busy being so great promo artists. We have time to even reconnect with each other. It's been a minute, bro. And I did hear what you had to say. I heard what you had to say. If it so happens that you get to be on that other side of that #1 contendership match, it's a guarantee that I'll be there.
I mean, listen.
I'll be there. It's the question is, will you be there, little bro?
Yeah, I'm gonna be there. As far as I'm concerned, my two opponents just don't have the juice in them to take me out. As far as I'm concerned, my two opponents, they're only going to be victims. Because right now, I got all the momentum in the entire world. They're not prepared for me. Triple M, I haven't heard a word from. Elijah McFly. He's young, inexperienced, doesn't have the chops yet to go one-on-one with the Baba Yaga man.
He went behind him.
True.
That's not good for him, bro. That is not good for him.
Nope. And if
see, I'm well aware of
and if y'all caught the champion showcase night 2, I lost, but did I really lose though? Because on night 1, it took all of Hollywood and his other personalities to beat me, but he only got away with 3 points. 3 points. If that don't scare nobody, it should.
Yeah.
And I'm keeping my eyes peeled on that on that pure title match.
Hey, little bro. Okay. Oh yeah, See that match between Tulsa Domus and Shady McKenzie. I think it's going to be a what would good old JR say? A slobber knocker. It's going to be a slobber knocker. I think so. Don't you think so?
It's going to be a slobber knocker.
Just curious. It's going to be one of them type of matches where Tulsa Domus and Shady McKenzie will go toe to toe, blow for blow. But I do believe, Tulsa Domus retained.
Hello.
Hey,
he's on a roll. He has what you have. My brother, he has momentum. He has momentum. And you gotta love it. You gotta love it. Dr. Quack's in the building.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Dr. Yes, sir. We can hear you.
Okay, cool. I'm sorry. I was just filling in here, man. You know, got to look out for the man here, storyteller, running the show. You know, I was able to click on here. But, yeah, definitely. We got some big matches up here, don't we?
At least he's running a show and not running his mouth like someone I can mention.
Ooh.
Oh, well, mention them. Come on, Prince. That's what we do. We mention names. We just don't say it. We mention it. Come on.
Mr.
There he is. All right.
Mr. Penetration, as I call him. The Purge. And if he's got anything to say about it, and he wants the someone with the testicular fortitude
Storyteller's
to
having
be able to say something about him.
He's having the same internet connection the young gun.
Let's put it this way.
Yeah, he's having a little bit of technical difficulties, but you know, I got one question since we're talking about. I got the three of y'all here, and y'all have seen them. Tulsa Domus, Shady McKenzie. How do y'all feel about that? Who's going to come out on top?
It's going to be a tight one. It's either going to end up becoming a coin flip or a 1 or 2 point victory.
Okay. Mr. Wallace? Can you hear me?
I'm going to go with Tulsa. I do think it's going to be close. I don't think it'll be I don't think it'll be a coin flip. I think it'll be it'll probably be a split decision, but Tulsa's way. Tulsa gets the win over Shady.
All right.
I don't know, he's a slippery little so.
Baba Yaga, you got any final thoughts on that?
Tulsa's got a lot of momentum on his side, and he's been looking pretty good as champion. Because, like, when he steps up, a lot of people seem to forget, you know, champion he is Tulsa Domus. But I don't think that's going to be the case here. Not this time. Because he's shown up, he's shown out, and so is Shady. You can't overlook Shady. It's going to be a very, very close match. Either he ends his reign or Tonster walks away with another W under his belt. I think that Tonster.
He's either going to walk away with another week, or he's going to walk away with nothing.
All right. Well, on that note, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you, Storyteller. He has a little bit of technical issues, but he'll be back here. I'm Dr. Quack, and we'll see y'all next time.